All right, everyone can see my screen?
Yep, thanks, yeah.
All right, awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Timber Strong Design info session. I'm really excited to have you all here. This meeting is being recorded. So if you know people who are interested that want to get this info, just either send them to Discord or we'll send out an email to anyone who. So let's go straight into it. All right, Alessandro, do you want to talk about this part?
Yeah, thanks for coming out, everybody. I know it's a Friday, but we'll try to keep this short. So just a quick overview about the project, about the Timber Strong Design project. We have to design and build a 2-story structure with a footprint dimension of 6 feet by 6 feet. We design and model a structurally efficient building system of wood light frame construction. And the requirements for the structure, it's 2 stories and it needs to have a roof system, second floor framed opening, second floor walls framed openings, and first floor walls framed openings. Next slide, please. All right, now just going into each aspect of the project. We're first going to talk about design. So this isn't required, but it would be helpful for this event. Some knowledge would be, useful knowledge would be good in Revit, timber design, and structural analysis. Some of the team requirements for design would be to perform structural calculations, design the wood structure, create necessary plans, and create a cost estimation sheet. Now for construction, again, some knowledge for the construction team. Just to be comfortable with using tools such as drills and hammers, and some team requirements for construction. There has to be 4 to 6 builders, at least one male and 1 female, and at least 1 underclassman. And the materials that you guys would be using are timber, connections, and tools. And I guess the main aspect of the construction team is to build it efficiently, because during the event, we actually do get extra points if we build it faster. So now I'll hand it off to Peter.
Yeah, I also wanted to add a little note about these 2 slides. I know for some of you who are underclassmen or who even up to junior year who haven't gotten like a lot of like design skills or maybe haven't even like touched the power tool at all. Yeah, don't let that discourage you. We want all hands on deck. We'll teach you. So yeah, any of these things like overwhelm you, just don't worry about it. Just join on. You'll get the experience. I know for me, last year I joined Engineering X, and the scope is kind of similar to this project. And I had none of these skills that like were listed out in both these slides. And I was able to learn a lot from it. So yeah, moving on. All right, so I just wanted to introduce the project schedule to y'all. So on the right is a flyer with a QR code. This is sent out by ASCE, and you scan that QR code, you'll actually get access to all the rules of this competition. So everything we talk about is pretty much in that little booklet. We just didn't want you to have to read the whole booklet to join. It'd be kind of dumb. But yeah, so phase 1 is going to be due on February 15th. This is all the design calculations. So yeah, that's about what's like almost 3 months from now. And yeah, phase 2 is going to be done by March 1st. This is all the drawings, so any of the architectural stuff, any BIM modeling, Revit, and stuff like that. And phase 3 will be just competition. So by then we'd have to have construction practices and be familiar with our design. So yeah, I just want to introduce the general scope of how the project is going to go, so you guys know what our deadlines are before just jumping in and joining our project. Are there any questions thus far, by the way? All right, cool. All right, so for this year, what we have prepared, we're gonna have two teams. They're gonna work semi-simultaneously. Construction team's obviously gonna unload a little bit later than design team. But for the design team, we're still looking for a PM. So if you are interested, even if you have no experience in design or anything, if you just want to lead a group, gain good experience, go ahead and contact me. I'll put an email inside the chat right now. So if you email that email saying that you want to be a design PM, I'll put you through an interview process. And if I think you're a good candidate, then yeah, we'll put you on. And yeah, if you feel like you don't have enough experience, I did this with no experience last year and it just taught me a lot. So yeah, you'll get a lot of guidance and a lot of help. So don't be discouraged. The task of a design report or design team is to gather all the calculations and put it into the report that was mentioned in the last slide. And a lot of the design is going to be virtual over winter break. As I mentioned earlier, our first checkpoint, our first phase is due on February 15th. And yeah, that's pretty quick, since once we get back to school, it'll be like January 22nd. If we start right when we get back to school, we'd only have like 2 weeks or a few weeks. So yeah, a lot of this is going to be done virtually over winter break. And yeah, you guys already know the skills that we'd love to have on that team. For construction, the scope is pretty simple. Just learn how to build the structure efficiently. Our PM for that is Marlon Yanez. I forgot how to pronounce his last name, but he couldn't make it out today because he has a geotech class right now. And yeah, the work is going to start at a certain time. Once I get my design PM, I'll bring him and our construction PM together, and we'll work out an official schedule for you guys. So lastly, some things to look out for. I already sent you guys the invite link, but I'll also be sending it out through email because a lot of the people who signed the interest form couldn't make it out today due to classes and such. Yeah, our first team meeting announcement will be announced here. So if you really want to be part of a team, we'll send out the day we're gonna meet. And on that meeting, we'll get the project started and you guys will really feel how this project will go. All right, with that being said, that's actually the end of the presentation. It was really nice and quick. I saw some of you guys come in towards the tail end of this, so don't worry, it's being recorded, it'll be posted. But yeah, are there any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there anybody in here that actually participated in the timber design within Cal Poly Pomona or just any other school? Because I'm not too sure if anybody's a transfer student. If there is anybody, like, comment yes, just out of curiosity.
I guess we're all noobs, Jazz.
Oh, okay. No, I was just curious.
Actually, Jazz, did you want to say something about this? Because you're really the only one who's done this in the past.
Yes, I'm very enthusiastic about it. So let me just tell you guys, I did both. I did both virtual and I did also in person. And let me just tell you the in-person experience, because I was actually from University of Las Vegas, and we placed third. I created a Eeyore tent, like a building. It was actually a 1-story, but then when I transferred to Cal Poly Pomona, I became a co-project manager for timber design. And I believe we ranked pretty low because of the deadlines. We couldn't make it on time. It was a virtual, But long story short, it's a really good experience. When I first started timber design in Las Vegas, I did it like for 2 years. The first year I was so lost. Like I did not take no construction classes whatsoever. But the upperclassmen, they actually taught me how to use the tools, how to cut wood, how to drill things. It's a really fun experience. Even if you're not gonna be, a builder or whatever, like just being able to have that experience of, seeing engineers on the spot, like actually building like a children's playhouse. Like it's not really that big, but like it's just the idea of like watching it all happen, it's pretty cool. And it's really good on your resume. I would strongly recommend, like if you guys are just like looking, to join, like I would strongly recommend it, because I think this year, Peter, you said it was.
Sorry, you cut out for a second.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. It's in person. It's in person next year, right? In San Diego.
Yeah. PSWC is in person, or PSWS, I guess.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen is we actually get to go to San Diego, and there's two parts of it. The first part is actually being timed. I believe it's like under. I don't remember the time. I think it was like 30 minutes. I don't remember. But you're gonna be in a box, and you can't go to the box, and you have to build. Like everything is gonna be prefabricated, and when we say prefabricated, like everything will have like the screws like drilled in, like and drilled out, so that when you go there, all you're doing is like putting it together like a puzzle, and you're just pretty much racing the time. And what they do is they test like the weight, like they put like this beam on the top, and they try to put like a bucket, whether it's like 50 pounds or 100 pounds, and it has to be able to like withstand. And if it doesn't break or anything, then guess what? You're good. And it also depends on the calculations. So like calculations plays a really big part in the competition. Like if you're really, really, really close, like to your number, like, oh my God, you're going to place in the top 3, because we topped in top 3 because like we were like 2% away from our calculations of being correct. So that's all I can say about the competition. But I'm just gonna say it's like really fun. And this is actually going to be half virtual, and the other half is going to be in person. And I recommend people to go. That's all I can say. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Jess. Yeah. Are there any questions on the table? I know this was a really short presentation. But yeah.
I got a question. Hey Peter,
Yes,
just a quick question. For this competition, do we have any advisors or something like that? Because maybe some of the people who are going to be enrolled, they don't know anything about timber. The other one, for Jocelyn, since you guys rank, what no, like softwares or what else help you out to rank up to third place?
Okay, so the softwares that we use mostly was AutoCAD, Civil 3D, and it was mostly Civil 3D. But for Cal Poly Pomona, I actually learned how to use Revit. I used Revit for our competition. I actually was working with Valerie, and she actually helped me to understand Revit more. We didn't use anything else. We just only used Revit, like a 3D modeling of a 2-story. So for our 2-story, we actually did like a slanted roof. So instead of having like 2 sides of a roof, we only had one side that sloped down, because we were thinking about like a faster build time. And we were also thinking about like, if there's like a lot of rain, like we could like have that rain like be recycled into like a water catch, like a water basin. But like we just wanted something simple and easy, but and sustainable. So we did like a one-sided slope roof, but we use Revit. I don't think we need to use anything else, but like I said, if anybody needs help with Revit, that's what the team is for. Like, even though you're in a specific team, like you can feel free to like, to gain knowledge in like the software. because I know for a fact, because like I'm graduating next semester, and none of my classes actually taught me how to use Revit. So it was more like self-taught and also taught by another student. So if, like I said, that's the only program we used.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Frank, for advisor, right now we're trying to reach out to Professor Gershfield. I don't believe we got an answer back yet, so we probably have to follow up on that. But I think he'll say yes. He said yes in the past. It's just, I think, a matter if he reads the email.
Perfect. He's perfect. No, I can go talk to him. I have his phone number. So I'll go talk to him. If any of you guys actually took Gershfield for lecture and for lab, let me tell you, his win calcs, everything that he does in his class is exactly the same thing that you will see in the competition. I'm not gonna lie. Everything is the same. Like the way that even Perez too, I believe in the first part of his class, he actually talked about like some of the calculations, but it's pretty long. It's pretty brutal. Let me just tell you on that one. So, but other than that, like it's a really good experience. Did anybody else had any other questions?
I have a question. What class is this in reference to?
For what Jazz just talked about?
Yes.
Structures, 3501. CE 3501.
Mhm.
And if you did take timbers, that actually really helps a lot too. But not a lot of students actually take timber design.
Okay. Yeah, if there's no more questions, just make sure you get into the Discord, so we can send out announcements to you. And you guys know how to reach me. My email is in the chat. I'll send it again just in case people came in late. Send in the Discord link as well.
There's a question on there. So like the question about how many can be on the team, it said 4 to 6 builders. We need at least, if it's the same rules, I think we need freshmen. We need like undergrad. Do we have freshmen in here? We need freshmen. Definitely need freshmen. We do?
At least one freshman.
Okay, just as long as we have one freshman, we are good. Because if we don't have one underclassman, like we don't qualify or we can't participate. So we need one, at least one like freshman, sophomore, like in the building construction team. Meaning like when I say building construction team, when we go to San Diego, we need one of them to be able to build the actual finished product. Also, I know I'm jumping ahead, but also if you're going to be a builder, just do know that there is practices that you're going to have to like show up, like to practice like building and everything and be able to fabricate everything. What's his name, Peter? He's probably when you guys get the team together, like he's gonna tell you more about the details.
The yellow tag guy? The yellow tag guy?
Yeah.
We might not be able to go through that this year. We
Wait,
might be doing it on our own. We might be using our own things. Yeah, it's different this year.
Oh,
yeah,
well, I mean,
training though. Yeah.
No, because me and Valerie, we also did it ourselves. Valerie brought her tools, and we went in the back. Like in the back of building. Is it building 19 or is
17.
it building 9? 17. See,
yeah, I
haven't been on campus for a while. Yeah, so me and Valerie, we actually went behind the building and just made our own spot back there. So if we're on our own on this, then we're gonna have to do like liability forms, right? Because like we don't want anybody, getting injured or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I think, was there more questions? I saw the chat going up.
Yeah. I did want to talk about the team thing too, though. It is 4 to 6 builders, but in terms of everything else, we can have as many people as we want. Like people in design, people even like helping us fabricate, we can have as many people as we want. But when we get to the competition, we can only have 4 to 6 people building at the same time. So yeah.
And let me tell you guys, even though you guys are not building, and it is happening, PSWC. Let me tell you, they have good food there. Peter, have you gone to the competition yet or no? Any of them? So let me tell you, you get to dress up as if you're going to a prom or something, like, or I'm not really a prom, but like it's like an award ceremony.
Oh, the
and then
banquet?
like, yeah, and if you're 21 and over, they have alcohol there. It's just so fun. Like I've done it three times, and like, but my school never really won for a lot of things. So for UNLV, but Cal Poly Pomona, I would always hear our school win. Well, now I'm in this school now, so like I'm actually proud now. But you know, I think is Nelson still here? Nelson, I think, didn't your team win too? You guys had a really good canoe team. But
during that year, I forget what place we did that year. I think we did okay. Yeah, it was fun. It was the banquet at the end.
Do you remember they kept saying slow? Cal Poly slow. We have to beat Cal Poly slow, you guys.
Oh yeah, and that's everybody at the competition, because historically slow has swept most PSWCs. I think they got first place in canoe like for like the last 11 years or something like that at that time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Fullerton actually won. You guys, Fullerton won 2 years ago, first place, and they had the same design as us, the same one-sided slope, and we were wondering, I wonder how they got that idea. But then again, it's okay. I'm very competitive, by the way, you guys. So just, but
yeah, definitely join PSWS if everyone's going to be there. So it's a fun event.
Yes, it's going to be the first in-person like competition since the pandemic. So it's going to be fun.
To be honest, like the most memorable things I remember are probably from that event, because it's like it's the culmination of like 6 months of work or whatever if you're on a competition team.
Yeah, it's so fun, and you can support your fellow classmates. Like there's tug of war, there's so many fun things. Like there's a lot.
Trust me, we definitely need a lot more people on the other like non-technical events, because we usually win on like we do very well on technical. That's why we got second last year on the virtual version.
That's pretty good.
But I remember we literally lost to UCLA because they swept all the non-technical. We lost by like 100 points or something like that.
Oh yeah, and talking about UCLA, Peter, they're actually running the Engineering X, and it's only against UCLA too. So that's like a one-on-one competition as well.
Yeah, you guys can join. I mean, I think a lot of the people I see here went to that info session too. So.
Yeah, they did? Oh, okay.
I think so. But yeah, that's also a thing, guys. If you guys want to join. Yeah, that's another thing too. If you guys end up becoming a builder, like if you're one of the top 6 builders, like we would strongly recommend to like really like not to sign up for too much things, right, Peter? Not too much things. But yeah,
I believe depends on what day you guys compete on but some of the events like overlap. So if you're on multiple teams, I would be careful scheduling out for like you want to do everything.
Oh yeah, I did double. I did basketball sports. Like I literally did back to back, and I was dying. So.
Yep.
But yeah, I think was there